For more information, see the description below. Namaste.
The last one, I think, probably. Yeah, the last one.
This
Sambhava.
is going to be 36, 32,
Sambhava.
Baha.
1 minute.
Yes. Okay,
Because there is no
Sambhava.
pratyuchara, such a Tandrayukti is not. Utsara only is there. It is actually opposite. Oppositions will be removed under the establishment of the self principle. That is pratyuchara. We will see. We will see it in that. Come on.
Okay.
And Uddhara is actually not this interpretation. Uddhara is, we are not defeating the opposition, but we will hold our point as the best one. Such a Tandrayukti is called Uddhara. These two, Pratyuchara and Uddhara, are always in confusion in different orders. I will explain to you all this. Okay? Clear? Are you getting my point?
Well, I think
See,
after
Pratyuchara,
we
I'll tell
finish
you.
all of them, we should go over
Actually,
all of them together.
what the difference is I have seen is Pratyuchara, Uddhara, Anumada. Three Tandrayuktis are Anumada, Tandrayukti, Anumada. These three you must understand
We will go for that later. Don't worry.
from other point of view.
We
I will
are
explain
going
that.
to
That is
review,
because,
recap.
that is very important because that reading is more important for us to understand the text.
We need to recap.
Anyhow,
all
we'll
of
complete
them.
the
We
Sambhava. That's
complete
why I told
this
you.
and
Only
then
after completing that.
we go for.
Now Sambhava.
Okay.
There is no Nirukti required for Sambhava.
Okay. So this is going to be
Sambhava.
Sambhave.
Sambhava. Sambhavo.
Sambhavo.
When you split it, it will become Sambhava. Bhavayet.
Bhavaha.
Bhavayet.
Bhavayed.
Bhavayet. Maybe. Yuktya. Yuktya means logically.
Logically.
Tandrartham. The subject matter in the text. Tantrartham.
Artham. Is it Artha, right? Not Artham. Just
Artha.
Artha.
Tandrartham. Tantra plus artham.
Yes.
Tantrartham. Savarna Tantrartham. The subject matter in the text.
Okay.
Anurupaya, accordingly. Anurupaya, accordingly. Definition in a sentence: understanding.
This is accordingly.
Understanding.
Understanding.
A statement in the textbook. Logically. As it is. Suitable for the subject matter dealt with in the text. You got it?
Okay.
The author told something. Okay? We have to understand that statement. Not in general with other sciences and etc. You should understand that sentence with the clear logical reasoning, but it should be fit for the subject matter. Simple example. Generally, the Advaitins will say that Vivartava. There is a debate in Advaitins. They will call Vivartava. You know what the meaning of Vivartava? Suppose you are seeing a rock, okay, and you feel that it is a snake, and you are fearing, and you are running. According to you, it is snake, right? That is why you have run and you
Okay.
fear. So the snake is there in that rope, not in a normal way, but in a Vishesha form.
Okay.
So you can never say that the snake is not there. The snake is there according to you,
Okay.
but it is not in the normal way.
Okay.
So you can never say that the snake is not there in the rope because you have fear in you and you are ready to run away.
Okay.
If somebody says that there is no
There is one point interesting, Jyotisha, that the energetic is more important.
Hmm?
The energetic is more important. So if you have anything that is like a snake in your room, it can be a Rahunian thing, even if it's not a snake.
That is it.
It can be an image
Yeah.
it can be a drawing. It can be the form of the
Even
balcony.
yes.
That will be for Jyotisha a snake, because the energy is present there.
So it is not originally over there, but it is there. Such condition. That is called Vivartavada, according to whom the Advaitins. It is not accepted by Ayurveda while explaining about the disease. But you see, dosha samya, dosha vaishamya, roga. Actually, the doshas are the constitution of the body. You can never say that there is what is dosha samya. You have no perfect scale for dosha samya.
Okay.
That is the biggest problem of Ayurveda. Okay? Dosha samya is understood only by the absence of dosha vishamya.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
So, dosha samya, so you can say that dosha samya is equal to absence of dosha vishamya.
Okay.
That's all. So, dosha vishamya. So, according to you, there is a dosha samya, but as I am fearing, as I am suffering all these symptoms, I can say that there is dosha vishamya.
Okay.
Clear? So, some people say that why can't you take roga as a vivartavada? You are understanding the roga from the symptoms. Because you don't know what is samya and what is vaishamya.
Okay.
But Ayurveda people will not agree with that one because in the rope snake is not there, it is not at all real. But dosha vaishamya is there, it is physically very clear. But you are not seeing it, only from the symptoms you are understanding. So Vivartavada cannot be accepted as. So I used to tell the Ayurvedic people, you know, the way doshas are, vartade means existing, in a V means opposite or different manner. That is why the disease is coming. So the terminology Vivartavada is 100% right for the diseases. Because the doshas are existing in a different way, that is called disease. So Vivartavada as such, the terminology does not have any problem in that.
Okay.
There is usually, I used to argue with the Ayurvedic. Same way, you have a principle over there, okay? Straight away the principle is not applicable over there, but you are understanding, that statement is not applicable, but you have to understand that statement suitable for your science.
Okay.
Don't run. There is a statement. Why in Ayurveda don't run? So you should know that. This is Dinacharya. He is telling that do not carry weight. There is an instruction. Carrying weight and all, is there in the book? Then you should understand. I am studying Ayurveda. There is Vata. Carrying excess weight, there is a possibility of increasing Vata. That is the reason he is telling that. That's all. Understood? So you should understand that one, that which is suitable for. You should see Mani mantra aushadhi. Yukti, I'll tell you, last two. That means manochikitsa. Mani mantra aushadhi will reduce your disease.
Okay.
This is mani mantra aushadhi. If it is in magic, it is something different. If it is in astrology, it is something different. Mani mantra aushadhi for your Ayurveda. What is the relation to that? If you take it, it is according to the astrology and it is not going to give any interpretation for its influence in health. Right? If you are understanding it with some magic, black magic, it is also not going to help you for your health. But that Mani mantra you should apply for your science. Then the purpose of Mani mantra will be different. Hope you understood. Clear? You are chanting mantra. If it is astrology, what is the purpose of chanting mantra? Chanting
Usually
mantra
they say there is going to appease the ground.
Listen me, okay? So that is what is your aim. It is not directly going to help you in your health, right? It is not going to reduce your Vata Pitta Kapha. No. And you are going for mantra. If you chant mantra, you will get this nidhi, you will get nag nidhi, you will get child, etc. etc. There is also no related. But mantra in Ayurveda, in Deva Bhasya Chikitsa, how it is? Immediately I would think that, yes, when I chant the mantra, very first of all, it is given for the diseases which are influenced by the mind. Okay? So, reciting mantra generally balances the mental process of thinking and expression. The level of confidence, the fear, such factors, negative factors generally get reduced. So, mind get balanced. The mind get balanced, the mind is Panchavedika, the mind get balanced. Automatically there is a mindfulness because Adhara, Gandha between mind and the body, it automatically influences the body. So, Mani Mantra in such a way. So, in such a way the mind is controlled and the doshas are balanced. So, what is the disease in which they took? It is psychosomatic as well as the process there the mind is involved. Yes, then mantra is disease in the body. So, you understood mantra according to the science that which you are studying. Clear? Such way of having this question.
Yeah, for instance, in Jyotisha they say that there is 7 dhatus. And one of them is Twak.
Twak.
Yes. And they say that Surya is related to Asti. There. And people from Ayurveda go to read and say that the same Asti of Jyotisha is going to be necessarily the same Asti of Ayurveda. So people say, oh, you have a problem in your bones from Ayurvedic perspective, and you should do mantras for Surya to release from the problem in the bone. But the Asti there in Jyotisha is more related to the body frame, not to the bones itself. So people don't have this concept of understanding the science in its own terms. So it says, oh, it's Asti, it should be the same thing, but it's not, because in that context we have different Saptadhatus.
Yeah.
And the Saptadhatus of Ayurveda, not necessarily
all
of them is going to work directly. Some of them will, some of them not. So in the context of Ayurveda, it's much more interesting to relate Surya to Rakta.
Yeah, right.
In the Rakta, the Ayurvedic Rakta, than to the Rakta or something that it said in Jyotish. Because people just take this idea that this word will have the same meaning in every science, and it doesn't matter if I'm reading a Jyotisha book or...
Yes. That means samyak bhuj. That means suitability is the meaning we can use for samyak. Suitability. Approximately. Possibility. Clear?
Just like if you go to the market and you ask for orange, they are going to give you one thing. But if you go to a place that they sell clothes and you ask for an orange cloth, they are going to give another thing, because even though the word orange is the same, the things are completely different there in the context.
No, read the example, we'll see. One example. Nityam.
Nityam. Hita.
Hitahara vihare.
Hitahara vihare.
Ityadina.
Ityadina.
Nijaroga.
Nijaroga.
Anupatti rukta.
Anupatti rukta.
If you are taking daily Hitahara seva, generally Nijarogas will not come. Okay? Anutpatti means nautpatti. That is the instruction given. Next word, where do you see? Arteshu.
Arteshu. Alabho.
Alabhyeshu.
Alabhye.
That is for mind. Alabhyeshu, artheshu. Another quotation. Ityadina.
Okay.
Aganduroga anutpattihi.
Okay.
Okay. If you are not going to disturb that unwanted, unreachable objects, then you will not get agandu dosha. Like this instruction is there in the textbook. Ityadina karma roga anutpattihi. See, kalo anukteshu. Anukteshu, kaloshu. If you are doing karma, it will be there. Like this, 3 instructions are there in the Ayurveda. Now you read. Next one you read. Iti
yod.
Iti bodhavyam. Bodhavyam. This is bodhavyam. Iti bodhavyam. Yatha tavat.
Iti bodhavyam.
Yatha tavat.
Yatha tavat.
Te. Artha pratyayana para. Ityadi. Maharshinam Vajanad Anadharatvam Uddeshitavata Lagavikena Arthena Shri Vahardena Padyatrayamidam na prasajyate. So don't take all this, that which who has taken, the Maharshis, that means other sciences have taken. Don't take that one. This you connect with which one? Where? For according to your Ayurveda, then understand it. Okay? You got it?
Yes.
That's it. So 4 Tantra Yuktis I will teach you according to the view of other orders, which are very important for you. One is Anuvada, Pratyutsara, Uddhara. This, mainly these 3. Okay. Tomorrow's class I will explain that.
Not today.
Okay.
Yes.
So these 6 are finished. So one round of the Tantra Yukti is over.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Mashallah.